welcome to the $5,000 E36 M3 project, brought to you by us. Back in January, right?
In January.
I was gonna say, what the hell are you talking about? So I actually found this car in November, well, around like October, November of 2020, and it was for sale locally. And the woman who had it wanted $9,000 for it. When I found it, it had an $11,000 with like a slash through it, and $9,000 as the current price. I messaged her, and she basically gave me just basically no response. And then I put a picture of it on Reddit, and I said in the E36 BMW subreddit, and said, hey, I'm thinking about buying a car with at the time it had like 182,900 miles or something. You know, what should I look into, right? Like what am I getting myself into? And they gave me a bunch of advice, and a couple people actually said, oh, hey, I know that car. I've tried to buy that car. The girl who owns it, she has not messaged me, or she's not messaged my buddy, or, you know, all this stuff. And then cut to you.
So I wanted the car. I wanted an E36 because I like boxy. I don't like round penis looking type cars. So I wanted something that was boxy, and the E36 was boxy for me. So I messaged the girl. Josh said, like he said, he tried to message the girl to no avail.
She gave me very vague answers when I asked like about service on the car, you know.
Yeah. So I messaged her and did the same thing but nicer. And she was very responsive to me. We actually had a really nice conversation. And so then I asked her if I could come see the car. And so yeah. From there, we were able to meet the girl, buy the car, and actually went on a test drive first.
And what's funny though is, just to not cut you off, she did not realize that I had messaged her. Now, we didn't tell her that. We didn't tell her that I had tried talking to her or anything. I didn't see the need to bring it up. But I thought it was kind of funny that she obviously
didn't recognize you at all.
And also because
you're not very memorable.
Oh, piss off. In my profile picture is our wedding photo. So it's you and I. And so if she had looked at my profile, she would have easily seen that, oh, married to this girl. And then you end up messaging her like a month later. By the way, behind my back, I had no idea that you were messaging her.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted it.
I don't care. It's not that big.
I wanted it, but not for $9. So I offered her, I think it was $6 first, and then test drove it. There was obviously some stuff wrong with it outside of cosmetic. But I mean, it's a 30-year-old car going on 30?
It's a 97.
Okay, round up 30. Not really, obviously. I know 27.
25.
No, it's a 97.
Yeah, it's a 97. That would be 25 years.
Round up to 30.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
It's like a 30-year-old car, and I knew that with being a 30-year-old car, there's going to be some things that are going to be wrong with it. Round up to 30.
Oh my God.
And so I just knew I didn't want to pay $9 for a going on 30-year-old car. But then after also test driving it, there was some mechanical issues, which going into this car has 182,000 miles on it when we bought it.
Well, now 183,094 miles as we're talking.
Not that matters. It has 182,000+ miles on it, and it's literally a project car. Yeah. So I told her that I wanted to stay under 6, and after I test drove it, the clutch kept slipping. There's a few other little things that happened. And so I basically was like, hey, this is all I have to offer. Will you take it? And she said, yeah. So offered her $5, and she took it.
We actually offered $4,800, right? And then she asked for $5,000. And we said, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I think, well, I'm just,
yeah,
being truthful to the story here, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. But I mean, I think, look, the car is decently mechanically sound, right? So brakes work, we just need new brake lines. Power steering works, we just need new power steering lines. It definitely needs a new clutch, and probably a new flywheel. I mean, look, it has underneath 3,000 miles. I don't know when the flywheel was last changed, so might as well do clutch and flywheel at the same time. Even though it has a clutch slave cylinder that was replaced, we need to replace that one because that one's leaking, because I guess it wasn't put in right. We did, remember we bled the clutch, and I will say that the clutch actually got probably 20 to 25% better, maybe even 30% better. Oh,
as you flexed it up all
it's
over
like
again.
grinding gears. Second gear and fifth gear in this car are weird. So second gear, you have to kind of strangle hold the shifter into it, and then fifth gear is just very vague, right?
I can get into second gear very well. Fifth gear, you don't know whether you're in, you're out, whatever. You're just flying in space. So
yeah, it is weird. So I don't know if the transmission needs to be rebuilt. Obviously, we need to, once we change the clutch and the flywheel, right? And we need to put. We will at some point put transmission, bleed the transmission. Actually, put new transmission fluid in this, because we need to bleed the brakes.
Jeez. Pronunciation.
It's had new front shocks put on. We definitely need new rear shocks or rear
shots and struts.
Yeah, we need new rear everything basically. Now I've been under the car enough to not have found any rust so far, which is great. The car does drive well. Like the steering is pretty good, but the steering, you can tell the power steering whines, the clutch whines. Once it actually gets warmed up and moving, it actually is a pretty solid vehicle. I have, now this is like the first time we've driven it in a couple weeks. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I drove it because it was about to rain. We were about to have a rainstorm, so I thought, oh well, let me put some miles on it before it just kind of sits there for a little while. And all of a sudden, as I was leaving my neighborhood, see, one of the third instead of fifth there. When I was leaving the neighborhood, the ABS and ASC lights are on now. Okay, so they just popped on again. And then the oil light came on as I was pulling back into the neighborhood. So
in other words, you don't need to drive it anymore.
Oh my God, kiss my ass. No, what's probably wrong is that there's either a sensor that's gone bad for the ABS, ASC, or we just need to, get the OBD2 reader out and check it out. Could need a multitude of things. We don't know. I mean, a car only costs us $5,000, so it's not like, even if it nickel and dimes us, we're never really going to be, in a terrible situation with this car, right? I mean, the car's in
$5,000 is $5,000, so.
Oh my God. But also, the paint is pretty shitty, right? There's clear coat peeling off various parts of the car.
Yeah.
The hood is dented. The doors are dented. Like,
it looks like this car went through a hailstorm.
Yeah, a couple of them. Looks like it went through a tornado.
Dents all over it.
Literally.
I mean, but that's the thing. $5,000, obviously, you're not going to get a pristine car.
No.
And if you think that you are, maybe you find a good deal. Good for you. But this was not it.
Oh, and the front bumper shit on this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, like, the interior is rough. The seats, well, the driver's seat especially, is terrible. The backs, the actual seat backs do not come forward or backward. It has power seats, so it came originally with a luxury package, which, has wood grain, has the sports seats from the regular 3 Series. And then, the one power seat button on that side just twirls. You just twirl it in a circle. The airbag light is on for a multitude of reasons. A couple of reasons are it seems to have poor connection with the seatbelt, the actual seatbelts here. And then there's the driver and passenger seem to have, the passenger side seems to have a bad airbag sensor pad. Nice. And then what else? Oh, there's a power management issue. That was the other thing that was wrong with it. Don't know what that actually refers to. Can't seem to get a proper answer from anybody on that. So every time I ask the question, hey, what does this mean? Everybody just says, pull the lights. Don't talk about it anymore. Almost like it's, like I'm bringing up something I'm trying to talk alien technology with the government. Nobody seems to want to talk about airbags in these cars. And yeah, in the back seat is a bin full of parts that we're going to be changing out on this car. The things we've done to this car so far. We put gas in it. We have put a Bluetooth radio system in it. Mm-hmm. We put a cabin air filter into it. Mm-hmm. Oh, we changed out the airbag control unit or
Didn't
control
do
module.
Shit for it.
Yeah, I wanted to see if the control unit or control module would actually change anything with the airbag lights, because I couldn't see, for some reason, my airbag OBD2 airbag SRS reader was not working right, which is a pain in the ass.
We actually took it to a shop for them to read it.
Yeah.
And they didn't get anything on their reading.
Well, they did, but they reset the codes, and the codes didn't come back for a while. So they thought, oh, well, maybe that was just a bad unit you had, and then this unit was, you know, this unit may have fixed it, and or the codes were fixed a while ago and never reset. And then they had the car for 3 days. Mm-hmm. They drove it 3 separate times, between just local and on the highway, because I told them, you know, try and figure out if this thing will come back. And it didn't for them for 3 days. I picked up the car. It was on a Friday or Thursday. Yeah, Friday afternoon. Picked up the car, drove it about a quarter of a mile to a stop sign, and bing, the airbag light came back on. I called them.
So
they
that
said,
wasn't worth it.
well, they were like, come back, we'll fix it. And I was like, well, no, because it's not that big of a deal. I know I have the codes. I'll fix the codes. We're gonna put in new seats soon anyway, so because of that, we'll see if those sensor pads read, or the sensor pad for the passenger side reads better, right? And then I've got some what is that spray? You got basically a contact spray.
WD-40.
Well, no, not WD-40. That's a different one.
Obviously.
Well, you can use WD-40 for contact spray. I used it for the volume knob on this, and it worked a little bit. The volume knob is a little wonky. You can turn it up, and it just doesn't go anywhere. And you turn it down, and it just goes up. So I used some WD-40 spray in there, and that seemed to do a little bit that seemed to help a little bit. So I got some contact spray. I'm going to spray in these belts. I'm going to take these belts apart, and I'm going to spray in there and help the electrical contacts. Other than that, we got to change the oil. The oil light came on the other day. We got to fix the glove box. The one piece of wood that's in here that's actually decent is this one right here under the passenger airbag. Yeah, and the wood on the door, or the door handles, is like splintered and everything.
Wood grain does chip.
Yes. And I mean, overall, I don't think it's a bad car. It just needs some work. And I think that we can, you know, Reba wanted a project car, right? You wanted something that you could actually play with. And
Yep. The end.
all right, so we're getting some cookie or something.
Yes, I'm getting a cookie.
Okay. Chevy Cruiser. Let's look it up. I love how we get in the car to do something. You're like, okay, we're gonna do this for me before we do anything.
Well,
else.
I want a fucking cookie.
All right, okay. You goddamn cookies.
Oh, I rolled down the window.
Oh, honey, it's right here.
Oh, I always forget.
Why are you rolling down the window?
Because I'm hot. I don't want to take my jacket off. They have nice grass.
They do.
Our house has always had nice grass.
Yeah, it is.
I'll wave to that solicitor.
Oh my god. Go away. It's not a solicitor. He owns that house. I'm just kidding.
Solicitor.
Oh my god. Alright. So, once I get on the main road, I'll start this.
You want to start it turning the oncoming traffic? Don't want to record my death.
Oh my god, you shut that off.
Maybe I should have drove.
Alright, so we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna clap because I gotta get everything kind of synced up together.
Hold on. Alright. I don't think my door's shut all the way.
No, then open it. Shut it.
There we go.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.